Hello, I'm Elizabeth Stewart, also known as Elizabeth Ann Stewart, also known as Liz, also known as Elizabeth. The important thing is that you have found my profile, and I am happy to share with you some of my background in spiritual direction. First of all, you're looking at my profile because you're looking for a spiritual director at the present time. And I really commend you on doing your homework, because not every spiritual director is going to match your needs. And so rather than try to sell myself to you, I would rather just tell you a little bit about myself, and then you can decide if you would like to follow up with a conversation, with a trial session with me, or whether you're going to move on and look for another spiritual director. And whatever you choose is absolutely fine with me, because I know that there are many of us out there, and that each one of us has our own gifts, our own particular specialties. And so if I'm not the right fit for you, somebody else definitely will be. And then the question is one of discernment. Who is the best person to work with you, given your life stage and what you're looking for? First of all, a little bit about me. I actually say rather a lot about me on the SDI homepage, but in terms of my background, I began receiving spiritual direction, must be, I don't know, perhaps 4 decades ago, and I was at a point in my life where I knew that either God was going to be the center of my life, or else I wasn't going to make it. And that sounds like a rather melodramatic statement, but it absolutely was true. I entered into a period of darkness in my life and realized that the only solution to that darkness was God. And so I began a very, very rigorous program of receiving spiritual direction, entering into therapy, and also adopting a number of spiritual practices which helped me get by, including academic study, as well as writing and journal keeping and many other things as well. Happily, I survived my ordeal. I survived this period of darkness, and when I came out of it, I just had this sense of wanting to give back. And that's when I discovered that there were spiritual direction programs in the Chicago area, and that they fitted in with my teaching schedule. And by the way, I live in downtown Chicago, so if you're hearing lots of sirens in the background, you're absolutely right. Probably ambulances, fire engines, and squad cars, all of the above. I'm afraid I cannot block out the sirens living downtown here. But anyway, luckily the sirens don't block out the voice of the spirit, so I cannot deal with the earthly noise here, but at least I can listen with the ears of the spirit, which is one of the reasons I'm talking to you. So anyway, I decided that I would embark on a course of training. I went to the Claret Center in Chicago, and that was about 30 years ago. So I've been working in the field of spiritual direction for 30 years. And you might ask, then the next question you might ask would be, well, why me, and why would you want to come and see me and not somebody else? Again, only you can answer that question, but I can tell you what my focus is. First of all, my starting point is to know what you're looking for. What is it that you as an individual, as a spiritual seeker, are looking for? And if you're looking for God, then I'm absolutely the right person to work with you. If you're not looking for God, you're looking for success, you're looking for just a general sense of well-being, you're looking for improved health or a vaster amount of knowledge, then perhaps somebody else would be better suited as a guide for you. I do life coaching, but I separate my life coaching from spiritual direction. So if you want to work in a life coach capacity where would be setting goals and meeting them, then I wouldn't have this God requirement. But when I'm doing spiritual direction, I like to think that the person who comes to see me is engaged in the spiritual quest, not just to find himself or herself, not just to find ultimate meaning, but also to find that divine source. That is very important to me, and it's been part of my life journey to grow closer to God. And so I feel that I'm at my best when I'm helping my clients make their way closer into the heart of God. And so that is pretty much my agenda, to help you find that place of comfort and warmth in the divine embrace, and whatever process it is that will take you there. So this is probably enough for a video on what I do in spiritual direction. Again, it's made towards you. It's also based on deep listening and then prayerful discernment in the presence of the Holy Spirit. And so, having said all that, I just invite you to go to my website. You can learn more about me there, and look forward to perhaps encountering you along the way, whether as one of my clients or whether we just happen to have a random meeting. Either way is fine with me. So be well, stay warm. It's very cold in Chicago right now, and many blessings for the journey.